Hi there, my name's Gabe, and today I'm going to show you the proper way to sharpen your knife using a whetstone and a steel. So today, what you're going to need is you're going to need something wooden, preferably maple or bamboo, something soft on the knife, a whetstone, something you can fully submerge the whetstone in. You'll need water, of course, paper towel, because this does get messy, and for my whetstone I actually have a little grip here. You'll also need this for your edge. You have your edge, your bevel, and your teeth. So the teeth are what they imply. That's where you're right along the edge, right there. Your teeth are what you use the steel for to align. So when your knife gets all dull, your teeth look something like this. But when we take it to the steel here, and we do a little sharpening along the teeth, we actually take the teeth and we start realigning them. So as you can see, our whetstone is done. No more bubbles are coming out, and it's ready for use. So now, if you look at this, we actually have two sides to this whetstone. So you have a coarse 240 side, and you have a smooth 1000 side. These are the different grits. Grit is how hard it is on the steel. So the 240 is meant to be coarse and rough. It's meant to shave down the metal. And then this is meant to make that metal razor sharp. So to start, you want a thin layer of water over your whetstone. Now, as you use this, you'll notice black dust developing. That dust is actually what sharpens your knife. So when you start, you want to hold it like this, at a 20-degree angle, nice and along the whetstone. Now to properly do this, you want to start at the heel and move to the tip. So heel, tip, and back. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. And you want to keep on timing this. You want to make sure you know how many strokes you're doing on each side. Because if you do 100 strokes on this side, you therefore must do 100 strokes on this side. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flip it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Now we've finished the 250 side. Our edge and our blade and our everything is now properly aligned. From here, we can flip this to the 1000 grit because now it's set up to be razor sharp. We just have to make it razor sharp now. So for this, take the water, run it along the edge of the knife. Please be careful. And then again, 100 times to the 1000 grit on each side. 20 degrees, and count. And you'll notice that this is making a much less coarse sound, and it's a much more smooth sound. And that's what you want. That smooth sound, that nice consistency. So just like before, 50 times on each side, 20-degree angle, tip to heel, heel to tip. And so now that we've done this 100 times on each side, we're now finishing the process. So now we're going to take this back to the wood, and we're going to do this 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now, bringing it back to the 1000 grit, we want to actually do this another 50 times. The reason for this is because this is not as coarse as the 240 grit. As the 240 grit goes on, that is purely for bringing your knife back to its infant stage so that you can bring it back to razor sharpness. We need to take this back to the wood. The reason for this is because now that we've flattened the edge to this, after 100 strokes, the edge is starting to look like this, but it's still flat on the top. So now we want to do 4 strokes, 2, 3, 4, even though we started with 5 strokes, because we're nearing the end of the process. As we do that, and we keep sharpening, flat, sharpen up, flatten, sharpen more up, and as that happens, that's what creates that edge. That's what makes the bevel sharp, and when you have your teeth aligned, that's what makes that perfect slice. So now we've completed the process, and we've made an absolute mess of ourselves, but this is now a great sharp knife. So if you want to keep this sharp, I recommend going to maybe a Henkel shop, any kind of knife store. Get a sheath that has some sort of fabric material in it. Never, ever, ever, ever use a plastic sheath that has no kind of covering on the inside. Plastic against knives are not a good thing. So, thank you for watching how to use a whetstone. Again, I'm Gabe from Niagara College, and I'm very excited to be able to show you guys how to properly sharpen a knife.